Look at any electric bill. There is one number that controls everything: kilowatt-hours. Most people pay it for years without ever knowing what it actually is. The average U.S. home uses 10,500 kilowatt-hours per year. That number drives your entire bill, but almost no one explains what it actually means. In 8 minutes, you will know exactly what a kilowatt-hour is, what one costs in your state, and the simple math that connects watts to your wallet. And we will debunk the most common confusion: the difference between kilowatts and kilowatt-hours. It trips up almost everyone, including the people selling you solar. Start with the most important distinction in all of electricity. There are two completely different concepts: power and energy. They get confused constantly. Power is the rate at which electricity flows right now. Picture how fast water comes out of a faucet at this exact moment. Energy is the total amount that has flowed over time. Picture how much water has filled the bucket below the faucet so far. You cannot bill someone for the flow rate of a faucet. You bill them for the total water used. Electric utilities work exactly the same way. Power is measured in watts. Energy is measured in watt-hours. Just one little word difference, but the meaning is completely different. Use a car analogy. Your speedometer shows current speed, that is power. Your odometer shows total miles driven, that is energy. You do not pay tolls based on how fast you drove. You pay based on how far you went. Same with electricity. You pay for energy used, not power capacity. Hold on to this distinction: power versus energy, rate versus total. It will make everything else on your electric bill suddenly start making sense. Next, let us understand what a watt actually represents. A watt is the smallest standard unit of electrical power in common use. 1 watt is the power consumed by a small LED indicator light. Tiny in isolation, but watts add up quickly when you stack them up. A phone charger pulls about 5 watts. A laptop pulls about 60 watts. A microwave pulls about 1,000 watts. Different worlds. Every electrical device has a wattage rating, usually printed on a sticker on the back or bottom. That is the power it draws when running at full output. Quick gut check. If a device pulls 1 watt, that is tiny and barely registers. If it pulls 1,000 watts, that is a serious power-hungry appliance. Now bring in the kilo prefix. In all of science, kilo means 1,000. A kilometer is 1,000 meters. A kilogram is 1,000 grams. So a kilowatt is 1,000 watts. That is it. No magic, no trick. If you see kW on a label, mentally multiply by 1,000 to see the watts. Most household appliances are easier to describe in kilowatts than in raw watts. A microwave is 1 kilowatt. A space heater is 1.5 kilowatts. Same exact number, just easier to say. That is the only difference between watts and kilowatts. One is 1,000 of the other. Now we get to the headliner, the kilowatt-hour. This is the unit that actually shows up on your monthly electric bill. A kilowatt-hour, abbreviated kWh, is the amount of energy used when 1 kilowatt of power flows for 1 hour straight. Math made simple: power in kilowatts multiplied by time in hours equals energy in kilowatt-hours. That is the entire formula your bill is built on. Picture a 100-watt light bulb. Turn it on and leave it running for 10 hours straight. That is exactly 1 kilowatt-hour of energy used. Why? 100 watts is 1/10 of a kilowatt. 1/10 times 10 hours equals 1. So 1 kilowatt-hour. Now, flip it. A 1,000-watt microwave running for 1 full hour. That is also exactly 1 kilowatt-hour. Different appliance, same total energy. And again, a 2,000-watt space heater running for 30 minutes. 2 times 1/2 equals 1. Same single kilowatt-hour. See the pattern emerging? Different appliances, different run times, same total energy. Power times time equals the energy you actually paid for. Your utility does not care how the kilowatt-hours add up over the month. They just count the running total of energy you used. Whether you used it all in one giant burst or spread it across 30 days, the cost is the same per kilowatt-hour. Let us plug in real numbers to make this concrete. Take a few common household devices and see what they actually use day to day. A modern LED bulb running 10 watts. Left on for 100 hours, it consumes exactly 1 kilowatt-hour. cheap to run. A standard refrigerator pulls around 150 watts on average. It cycles on and off, running about a third of the time all day long. That averages out to about 1.5 kilowatt-hours per day, or roughly 45 kilowatt-hours per month, just to keep your food cold. A central air conditioner runs at around 3 kilowatts. Use it for 8 hours a day in the summer, and that single appliance uses 24 kilowatt-hours every day. Just the AC alone is 720 kilowatt-hours per month. That is where those scary summer power bills come from. Electric vehicle charging is another big one. A modern EV uses about 30 kilowatt-hours of energy to drive 100 miles down the road. Drive 1,000 miles in a month, and you are adding about 300 kilowatt-hours to your bill just from your car alone. An electric clothes dryer pulls about 3 kilowatts. Run it for 1 full hour, you have used 3 kilowatt-hours, same as the AC for 1 hour. Hot water heaters are sneaky energy hogs. They sit on standby but kick on constantly. Most homes use 150 kilowatt-hours per month just heating water. Now, let us look at exactly where this kilowatt-hour number lives on your actual electric bill, so you can find it yourself. Pull up your bill right now. There will be a line that says total kilowatt-hours used, usually right next to a graph showing monthly history. Average U.S. home uses 10,500 kilowatt-hours per year. Divide by 12 months, that is roughly 875 per month. Bigger homes, hotter summers, electric heat, easily 1,500 kilowatt-hours per month or more. Bills climb quickly at that level. Smaller apartments with gas heat and no air conditioning, sometimes as low as 300 kilowatt-hours per month. Very different bills. Your bill takes that monthly kilowatt-hour total and multiplies it by your local rate per kilowatt-hour. Energy times price equals what you owe. That covers the generation part of the bill, plus all those transmission, distribution, and fee chunks we broke down in the last video. Now the part most people do not realize. Kilowatt-hour prices vary wildly across the U.S. Same energy, completely different prices depending on your zip code. National average is about 17 cents per kilowatt-hour as of 2026, but that average hides a huge range above and below. California pays around 30 cents per kilowatt-hour, Massachusetts pays about 28, Hawaii pays over 40 cents, some of the highest rates in the country. Idaho, Washington, and a few other hydroelectric-heavy states pay closer to 10 or 11 cents per kilowatt-hour, less than a third of California. Same exact appliance, 3 times the running cost depending on your zip code. That is also why solar payback varies so much state to state. The biggest mistake people make in conversations about electricity, confusing kilowatts with kilowatt-hours. Salespeople do it, reporters do it, neighbors do it. Kilowatts measure how fast you are using energy right now. Kilowatt-hours measure how much energy you have used in total over time. A solar system is rated in kilowatts because that is its maximum production speed. Your monthly bill is in kilowatt-hours because that is actual energy used. Mixing kilowatts and kilowatt-hours is like confusing miles per hour with total miles. Looks similar on paper, completely different in meaning. Anytime someone quotes a number in watts or kilowatts, immediately ask, over how long? Without the time, the number tells you nothing about actual cost. Now you know the unit that drives every dollar of your electric bill. Watts, kilowatts, and kilowatt-hours are no longer mystery codes. Subscribe so you do not miss the next breakdown. Up next, how the power grid actually works and why it is heading for a major rebuild.